Hello guys, if you are new to my channel, my name is Emil and I am using planetary support and resistance lines along with Elliott wave to predict the potential turning points in the Forex market. And from the very beginning, I want to clarify something. If you can see your subtitles here, just click on Settings, Subtitle, Automatic Translation, and you will be able to find your subtitles here. Okay, let's continue with USD Canadian. Once William Delbert Gann was asked which he would prefer, price or time, and the answer was that he would always prefer the time but not the price, and the proof is here. All last week I was anticipating this move. Why? I'll show you guys. That is why. In terms of Elliott wave, the price should continue going up, but before that I expected some bounce from this Fibonacci level and this Jupiter line because I'm looking for matches between planetary lines and Elliott wave theory. So we have a signal. Let me show you. This is the signal on a 1 hour time frame, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, even 5 minutes time frame. Invalidation level now is here. The signal is already here. Invalidation level is here and the price should continue going up on a daily time frame. Elliott wave tells me that the price should meet this trend line here. Okay, let me provide you the levels for the next week. The first portion is here. You may pause the video to write them down. And the last one. Let's jump to euro dollar in terms of planetary support and resistance lines. I don't have a signal, but with the help of my technical analysis and Elliott wave, they tell me that the price should continue going down. I expect from price to go to this Fibonacci level, to bounce from it, and after that to go down. Invalidation level should be this one. On a daily time frame, we have a huge trend line, as you can see. If the price managed to break this trend line, you know what happens. A massive drop off to this level here, I think, to complete wave. Why? Let me provide you the levels for the next week. The first portion and the next portion. Even I expect that the price will go to Pluto line here and maybe will bounce from this level here. We'll see. The next instrument is pound dollar. In terms of planetary lines, I don't have any signal, but Elliott wave theory and technical analysis tells me that the price should continue going down. I expect to bounce from this Fibonacci level. Invalidation level should be this one. It's a huge stop, in my opinion, but we'll see. So we have first, second line here on a daily time frame. We also have trend line and the price should continue going down to complete wave Y. Okay, very cool. Let me provide you the levels for the next week. No, the first portion, second portion. Next instrument, dollar Swiss franc. Dollar Swiss franc. I have already mentioned that I'm looking for match or dependencies between two or three instruments. So as you can see here, the date is 28th of December. On the same date, we have a signal in dollar yen. So this signal is still valid. I mean, we have an uptrend here. In terms of Elliott wave, I expect that the price should make a correction from this Fibonacci level, and after that to continue going up. On a daily time frame, I think that the price is going to meet this trend line. Let me provide the levels for the next week. The first portion and the next portion. Okay, the next instrument, dollar yen. The signal, as I have already mentioned, is here. Now we don't have a signal. According to Elliott wave, the price should continue going up to finish Y wave. The stop is huge. I prefer to stay out of the market. On a daily time frame, it's the same. The price should continue going up here to complete wave Y and X. Let me show you the levels for the next week. We have a Pluto line here on these levels. So maybe the price will meet this Pluto line and after that will go down. See here. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, the levels. First portion. Let's jump to the second instrument. Okay, USD index, the most important instrument ever in our world. In terms of planetary lines, the signal is here. This level is not broken yet. So, according to Elliott wave, the price should continue going up. We have first wave, second wave here. Invalidation level is here. I expect that the price to bounce from this Fibonacci level and after that to continue going up. The same thing is for euro dollar here. I will trade euro dollar. The indexes are very expensive for trade. Okay, in terms of daily time frame, we have some kind of channel here, and the price should continue going up for wave B. The levels for the next week are this one and this one. the last instrument, US oil. We have already discussed a couple of times this instrument. So in terms of Elliott wave analysis, I saw a trend line here, which tells me that the price, we have a completed wave, first wave or wave A. Maybe it's a wave 2, of course. It's very complicated for now, but the first scenario says that the price should continue going down to complete wave Y. The second scenario tells me that the price should continue going up to these levels here, if it happens, of course. If this is the first wave, second wave, third wave, we'll see. It will take time to be proved. For now, it's not very clear for me, but if the price break this level, it will continue going up. If the price manage to break this kind of trend line, these signals here are still valid. They are not broken. And if the price managed to break this trend line, the price will continue going down. The levels for the next week are this one, these ones, and the last ones. Okay, guys, I think it's enough for today. Stay healthy. Let the profit be with you. See you guys. Bye bye.